Hi everyone, this is your Cancer Ancestor What Do You Need to Know message, or what is being hidden from you for September 2022. My apologies, but I've been tied up with my parents who are visiting for a few days, so that's why I haven't been posting any readings. But I'm back on track now. So before we get started, I want to say thank you for supporting me, and I appreciate any feedback you give me as long as it's positive. Because I do want to give you things that you really can use on the channel. So if you want to give me any input as to what you would like to see on the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. But let's go ahead and get started. So here, center energy, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So I celebrate everything I achieve. So you've got some achievements coming in for you with the Ten of Pentacles. That's having abundance in every area of your life. And this is about being grateful as these achievements come in and celebrating. Next, you have the Eight of Wands crowning you. And this says, I manifest multiple opportunities. Now, the Eight of Wands is usually something coming in rapidly for you. So this is many opportunities that wishes, hopes, and dreams and desires that you've put out there, and they are arriving usually quickly. The undermining energy was the Tower, and it says, I surrender and know how to go forward. So this is about surrendering perhaps the past, surrendering something so that you can move forward positively into these many opportunities that you've manifested. And the change that comes with the Tower it does not necessarily have to be a negative change, right? Because change is, the only constant we have. What led up to this is the Ace of Pentacles, and it is, I am always rewarded for all that I do. So you've got both the 10 and the Ace, which is really, really huge abundance, huge abundance by way of health. It doesn't always have to be monetarily, but I suspect because you have the Ten of Pentacles here, it's in all facets of your life. Next, we have the Devil, and this is really what I thought was great about this card is I am free of whatever is holding me back, and that ties right back to your undermining energy with the Tower, because you are surrendering what's holding you back as you move forward. Now that you understand what that is, next we have for your messages, the first one, the Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. This is about going within and listening to your higher self guide you as you move forward. Next, we have Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. So you've got some gifts and talents that you are not either using or you are unaware of that are going to be unlocked as you move forward, and that could be part of the abundance as well. You've got Skyfather, Trust in the Unknown. So this is really about broadening your relationship with spirit at this time to move forward, knowing that spirit's got your back, your ancestors, your spiritual team, your higher self, everybody's working together in consort for you. Next, we have Drum. This is Dream and Journey. So what that tells me is that your ancestors and your spirit team could be very well communicating through either music. They could also be communicating through dreams. You could be going on journeys in your dreams as well. That's also coming through. Next, we have Apollo, which is divine messages. So again, through the dream state and or through meditation. We've got Kadesh, sexual wisdom. And that's to me, sexual wisdom to me is more about understanding the balance between divine masculine, divine feminine, understanding that your body is a temple, understanding that any kind of intimacy that you share with another is um, a sacred experience is what I'm getting there. You've got Baba Yaga next to that, which is patience. So having patience as you move forward, because you are going into unknown territory for you. So it's really going to require you to have more patience. And then you've got Earth Magic with Epona, which is going out and connecting with nature is going to help you ground. It's going to help you get in a more peaceful state. And it's also going to help you hear the divine messages that are coming through through. If they're not coming through in your dream state, then they are trying to come through when you are meditating or in a peaceful, grounded state. Next, you have spirit guides. So you've got spirit team all around you here. It says insight, guidance, and purpose. So your spirit guides are trying to get some messages, through to you, to guide you as you move forward. Next, we have go after your goals. And this is persist, encourage, and advance. So this is really taking the steps necessary, laying that foundation, laying that plan, that process in place once you know, right? Because you're in the unknown up here, right? So you may not know how to proceed, but you get your spiritual guide advice, you get that insight, and then you will know how to go after your goals that will equal success for you. Now you have noticed the signs, and it's investigate symbols, nature, spirit. So again, getting into nature, but also if you are seeing any repetitive signs or things showing up, whether that be numbers, whether that be something showing up consistently, like sometimes they talk about feathers, those kinds of things. You want to look those meanings up. Perhaps a certain kind of animal keeps showing up. You want to look that up as well. And then we have explore your creative side, visualize, paint, record. So this is about perhaps maybe you have an artistic talent that you have not really used in a while or ever used. And this is about getting into the creative side within you. Next we have let's go over the cards that I'm using here before we move on. We've got the Star Code Astro for the Cancer card there. We've got the Angels and Ancestors Messages here at the top. We've got the Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians here, right there. And then we have the ancestral cards here in the middle. We have the Samsara Oracle here at the bottom, which we're going to cover next. And then we are going to get some ancestral messages from two smaller decks by Queen Sugar that I have. And then we will move on to the final closeout messages with the messages from the ancestors. So now moving on to the Samsara Oracle, the first card we have is Mother. Nurturing maternal energies are being emphasized. Mother Earth is making contact to celebrate new life with you. This can also symbolize new motherhood, pregnancy, young children, or raising a family. A mother cares for her family, animals, and nature, and those closest to her. She loves gently and protects fiercely. So perhaps stepping into the mothering energy to take care of yourself or others at this time may be needed. You've got commitment. This symbolizes the next stage in your journey. So you're needing to make a commitment of some sort, whether that's to yourself or others. This could represent marriage, legal contracts, long-term agreements, or formalizing things. You have options in front of you. Examine your options. You have made it to the next step. You only agree to what your heart and mind truly desire. Only say yes if you're ready. So that also leads me back to the Eight of Wands and the various opportunities coming your way. That could be, again, could be contracts, perhaps a new position, new job kind of thing, but it could also be relationship contracts and taking your relationship to the next level. Next, we have professionalism. This is an omen to pay closer attention to the way you present yourself in a professional setting. Be on time, be prepared, put forth your best self. People in your professional circle are watching you. Your conduct and work ethic are under the microscope. Use critical thinking. Work relationships are highlighted. So this is about perhaps new opportunities coming in by way of your career as well. We've got inheritance, and that leads me back to the 10 and the Ace of Pentacles here. Something valuable is being passed on to you. This could be in the form of money, assets, knowledge, sentimental items, or spiritual wisdom. You are receiving a gift from Spirit, and that's that Ace of Pentacles there. This is an omen of positive karmic return. You are being blessed with good fortune. Invest wisely, protect your blessings, remain humble and grateful. So even though you are being gifted, this is not a time to really take advantage of that. This is a time to be grateful, stay humble, don't change who you are as a soul, right? Be your authentic self, no matter what inheritance is coming your way. We've got responsibility. This is an omen that more balance is needed in the responsibilities in your life. Taking on too much or too little responsibility leads to resentment, poor health, and inequality. Refine your routine, delegate tasks to others, take responsibility for things you have done. Don't take responsibility for things that are are not yours to own. So this is really about, really owning your responsibilities, but not taking on anything that is really not your responsibility at this time. The Queen of Water, which is the Queen of Cups, is typically Cancer, which is the sign we're doing for. So this could definitely represent you, but it could also represent Pisces and Scorpio as well, or that could be in your chart, and you're just manifesting that aspect of you in your chart. A Queen of Water displays traits of empathy, deep emotions, dreamy ideals, and yearning for deep love. She is artistic, psychic, sensual, passionate, mystical, and creative. So really, stepping into your creative side, stepping into your passion, because that was the message up here for you. So just another message of that. We've got clarity coming in. More information is needed. Ask questions, especially in new situations. Don't make assumptions. Be patient. Again, another card of patience. Someone may be trying to hide the truth from you. Communicate, explain situations fully. Openness eliminates guessing. Don't gossip. Don't let others gossip about you. Don't have all the facts. You don't have all the facts. Someone needs clarity. So this is about you seeking clarity by asking questions, being open, communicating clearly and honestly, and fully. Not holding anything back, because when you hold things back, people assume, then they take themselves down these rabbit holes that are really not beneficial to the situation. Next, we have love offerings, and so you are receiving a love offering from someone that has their eye on you. You have an admirer. Someone wants to make a connection with you take a connection with you to the highest level. So we've talked about commitment up here. Someone has romantic interest. An opportunity for new love has come. Be discerning. Divine love is worth earning. So this is about somebody who's going to earn your love, not just somebody who walks in and thinks you're supposed to give it to them automatically. They've got to earn it. And that also goes back to the sexual wisdom in that area too of intimacy. Be discerning. Divine love is worth earning. Divine love is patient, honest, and loyal. We've got clairvoyance here, which is again about your abilities to be able to see things before they happen, know things before they happen, that kind of thing. It's time to pay attention to your visions and psychic insights. Your receptivity is becoming stronger. Write down what you are sensing. Invest more time into meditation and lucid dreaming, which goes back to the drum card we had earlier. Your visions are real. You are seeing and sensing things beyond the 5 physical senses, and your interpretation is key. So really not trying to interpret things on your own, but asking your spirit guides for help, really getting answers before you draw any conclusions. What I'm getting there. We've got coherence. Like attracts like. You are becoming coherent to the vibration of others, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and even physically. You are sharing vibrations of others. Be selective of who you allow in your spirit. Again, that sexual wisdom. And then the other card here with the divine, with the love offering, being very selective about who you allow into that inner space. Protect yourself from toxicity. Thoughts and emotions can bleed through. We are all interconnected. Energy is shared. So really understanding your energy versus someone else's is the other thing that I'm getting with that. And then the last card we have with this is beginnings. A new dawn has emerged. This is a time to celebrate change, newness, and growth. Beginnings come in many forms. This could signal a time for a new job, home, relationship, idea, or creative endeavor. Again, coming back to the creative card here. You have worked hard to get where you are. Stop to appreciate all the steps you took along the way. So this is really about appreciating the journey you've been on, even though it's unknown, even though you have no idea where you're headed, but still appreciating all that you've learned up to this point, and really giving yourself some credit for the things happening in your life because you've earned them. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to go into the ancestral messages. We're going to get 5 of those. And then we're going to move on to the larger ancestral messages to close out your reading. Okay, so the first message we have is your third eye chakra needs to be balanced. Enjoy a few minutes of yoga to help with this imbalance. So really some quiet time is needed. Yoga really puts you into a calmer state, opens things up for you. And so that's why yoga is encouraged. It said, love is coming your way. Are you ready to meet the one? They are the perfect match for you. So this is really about perhaps your perfect match coming in when it comes to a love situation. Give me 3 more messages, ancestors, please. Whoops. Okay, I have 3. You guys have been on it today. When I ask for 3, I get 3. Okay, the first one, change is coming. Can you handle it? We only ask because your life is about to transform. And this, to me, speaks back to the unknown that we talked about here. Listen. Now is the time to listen. So really going within and hearing Spirit's voice, your spirit guide's voice, your higher self. All of these are trying to communicate to you. You're about to meet the reason why you couldn't settle. So if you were trying to, maybe perhaps you've moved on from another situation, if you had stayed in it, you would have been settling. But now you're coming into who you were truly meant to be with, or whatever situation you were meant to be in truly, and not because you didn't settle. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please give me 5 messages. Okay, we've got 2. We are hugging you and letting you know that we are here for you. We know things have been hard. So this is your ancestors, letting you know, hey, we know. We know it's hard. We know that this journey is difficult. We know that it hasn't been easy for you. It's time to forgive. Forgiveness can help you heal. So there's something that you need to forgive, people you need to forgive, situations or whatever that may be. But in forgiving others, you also need to forgive yourself. Okay? Let's go ahead and get 3 more. Ancestors, give me 3 more messages, please. Let them fall out or flip over. Yeah, there's a lot of energy in these cards. I'm not even really hardly able to shuffle, so yeah, there's a lot of energy. In order to truly heal, you must address the traumas and the wounds. So this is really about doing the work, and it's not easy to heal. Okay, we're not taking all those, Spirit. Nope, we are not taking all those. I'm not even taking the one that fell afterwards. We're going to get 2 more, and that's it, Spirit. 2 more, ancestors. Thank you. There's 1. Love will find you. Just be open and ready to receive it. So this is about being vulnerable and being in a place that you can actually recognize it, that you can receive it, and that you can treat it with, the kind of attitude and behavior that's necessary to equal success in loving relationships. So I've got one that fell, but I'm going to go ahead and pull that just because there seems to be some assistance with these cards. So it says, write, pick up that pen and write. So there's something you need to get out, and you are being encouraged to write, to get it out. And then you have pause and reflect. Is this the right time? So, again, really going within is going to give you a lot of answers that are needed for you to know whether this is the right time to do whatever it is that you're being led to do before you take any action. And here's the last messages we're going to get. These are from the messages from the ancestors, and we're going to get 3. So ancestors, please give me some messages for our Cancer Collective. For their highest good, give me 3 messages. Please let them fall out or flip over. Thank you. Only 3. Thank you. First message, avoid others' negativity. You probably assume that your weariness and lack of creativity are because of life's ongoing demands. The truth is, you've become a massive sponge to other people's negativity and stresses, explain the ancestors. So you may actually need to understand that you may have some empathic abilities and you're picking up other people's energy. So you're really being, number 1, asked to cleanse your energy and to recognize the difference in your baseline energy versus other people's energy. And you really need to maybe perhaps get into a spiritual practice for cleansing your energy, especially if you're picking up other people's. And really putting some strong boundaries into place to stay away from negativity and drama. Because it's definitely negatively impacting you. 2 more messages, ancestors, please. 2 more messages. Let them fall out or flip over. Okay, 1 flipped over. Okay, every event in life has value. No life experience, be it a relationship, an endeavor, or a study, is ever wasted, assure the ancestors. Every road traveled and each emotion felt has formed the uniqueness of who you are now. So this is really about understanding that everything happened the way it was meant to for a reason, and really just, being okay with that. Okay, because it's really the building blocks of how you have been shaped and molded through your life, and to understand that it was never by accident. Okay, 1 last message, ancestors. 1 more message, please. Okay, that's 3. I'm not going to take that. Just 1, please. Most important one. One more message. One more message. One more message. Thank you. Patience is being tested, and you had 2 messages of patience. So it says someone's rage and discomfort is being inappropriately directed at you. So somebody's projecting their energy onto you, and you are picking it up, because it says here that you are picking up other people's energy at this time, and to really recognize the difference between your baseline foundational energy and somebody else's, so that you can see the difference. It says someone's rage and discomfort is being inappropriately directed at you. Protect your own energy field with psychic protection whilst maintaining your own dignity and composure, say the ancestors. So really understanding where your energy is and where other people's energy is, and not allowing anyone to project their energy on you. But so I suggest, that you cleanse your space with sage, that you take a spiritual bath by just putting some Epsom salts in some water and taking a bath. And as you enter that water, really having the intention to release other people's energy. You can also look for Reiki healing to release other people's energies. There's stuff on YouTube. There's all kinds of things to release energies and clear energy. So I really do hope that this helps you, Cancer. Much love and light, Lady T.